watch out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something of worth requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge.
And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. We came here to conquer, like we're monsters. We can last much longer, we do this for honor. We came here to conquer, like we're monsters. And we can last much longer. I am a hunter, I've been filled with demons and hunger. I am the thunder, I command the masses in numbers. Look at the fear in their eyes, this is what happens when you are surprised. It's time to meet your demise, just call me Zeus and look to the sky. Everything's amplified, no they cannot deny, I will be rectified. If you dissect me, find scar tissue left behind, injuries that define me to my core. They'll hear me roar like never before, the pain I absorbed is feeding my core. I'm hard to ignore, I'll beat down your door. If you wanted war, well then you got war.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the 6th episode of the Around the Valley podcast. I got my two co-hosts with me. Say what's up, everybody. How y'all doing?
What's up, chat? What's going down?
What's up, everybody?
Yep, what's going on, everybody? By the way, guys,
What's up, Chad?
Sorry for no episode last week. All three of us were extremely busy this week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing our own thing. YTC was doing his NFL streams and stuff, so. And also, sorry for no content for me lately. This past weekend, I've actually been sick, but feeling a lot better now, ready to get to the topic that we got here. So hopefully my screen stays sharing unlike the past few episodes. But here we are. Crazy stuff going down week 3. Crazy stuff. So we'll just go down these games right here, and we'll talk about them a little bit because a few of these games kind of surprised me a little bit. But YTC, we got your Giants first. They lost to the 49ers 30-12. So you guys are 1-2 now. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, this loss was well expected. I'm not at this point. I can't say I'm disappointed. This loss was well expected. We fought for how long we could in that game for the first 3 quarters until eventually they came through in the 4th. But overall, in that game, it was just horrible execution from the defense. And whenever we forced 3 and outs, not 3 and outs, no, we forced 3rd and long, we couldn't capitalize on it because the Niners, give credit to them, they know how to set up yards after catch. I don't know how Cal does it, but they're able to set up blockers at the right spot where they need to be to, create space and open, yards for them guys to, use their speed to get open and get first downs after the catch. So it's just amazing how great of a play caller Kyle Shanahan is on the offense, and we just couldn't tackle and execute. That's practically why we lost this game. And it also for the offensive side of the game, right? On the offensive side, obviously, we were heavily, injured on the offensive side. We didn't have our left tackle, we didn't have our left guard, we didn't have our running back, and we were heavily undermanned and practically up against that line. We were getting pressured all game. I mean, we can only do but so much, when you have to, quickly get the ball out when you're getting rushed by multiple guys up the line. So there's not much we could operate under a very underwhelming team, in that week. So it is what it is. We'll see what we can do against Seattle this coming Monday.
Daniel Jones, 22 for 32, 137 yards and a pick. Oh,
yeah.
Obviously Saquon was a big miss right here, but geez. So let's see. You guys also didn't. A lot of your O-line was gone too. I knew that, but
the left tackle and left guard, we couldn't operate the blind side. Obviously, Jones had to throw the ball out quicker than he should have. Because Jones, from what I've seen for the last 4 years of watching Jones is a spread quarterback. I don't think he's a West Coast quarterback with all this, quick throws and, pick up extra yards after the catch because we don't have the personnel to run a West Coast offense. I just feel he's a spread quarterback. That Cardinals game proved otherwise, where, he can maneuver around the pocket, try to find yards or, get the ball out and find guys that can get open on, post routes, a lot of deep 15-plus routes. He's one of those quarterbacks. You can't just reduce him to doing dick and dunks. I don't think he's that type of quarterback. It's more of a surveyor, spread quarterback that can run in, throw past 15 yards. And we didn't play him to his strengths, but given the O-line wasn't healthy enough for us to establish that. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. So let's get to the chat real quick. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Coach? What's up, Mitch? How are you guys doing? What's up, Queen Bird Gang? How are you doing?
The Queen is in the house. Mrs. Bird Gang.
First time meeting you. What's up?
Randy, I don't know if you saw this game, Giants and Niners, but do you have any thoughts on it?
Obviously, like what Coach said in the chat there, you gotta preach patience at this point. Like YTC said, you guys held your own for as long as you could, and the fourth quarter, it was what it is. The 49ers are going to be who they are. And, you just got to applaud the opponent that just beat you and move on to the next guy, right? Or the next game. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it was expected, but it was like, the Niners were the favorite going in, obviously, especially with no Barkley. So that hurt them a lot as well. So, yeah, not much to say.
Yeah, watching seeing the Giants heading into that short week, they lost Saquon against us. They lost Andrew Thomas, who was injured. Niners were rightfully heavy favorites heading into this game. And Giants, they were on a short week and coming off a game where, we gave them a hard time. Like, we made them fight for their win. So the short week, in my opinion, was a really huge factor for this game. But, the Niners were at home, too. Even with Brandon,
they have obviously better roster, so
yeah. Even with Brandon Ayuk out, Deebo Samuel still, killed it. So
yeah. McCaffrey, those guys.
Even Elijah Mitchell made a couple good plays, a little bit. I think.
They know how to run the ball, and they have guys that can, specialize in yards after catch. They run a very horizontal offense where they know how to get an open space to get blockers at the right spot to create blocks to get yards after catch.
Yeah, a lot of RPO stuff too.
We'll see. We'll see about the Giants. I think you guys got Seattle next week, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be another test. Their offense is just as good as the 49ers, so it's another stacked offense we have to go up against.
Yeah, please beat them. But
oh, fucking Christ. That's just crazy to look at that score. Oh, my God.
Take a shit.
Oh, wow. The first score after Mike. Oh, my God.
70-20. You know what?
70-20.
I'll let you two go first before I take a shit on Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, but go ahead.
Yo, give credit to Tua, man. I said this before coming into this season. If the Dolphins could stay healthy, they were going to be one of the better AFC teams, and they're proving it right now. They're going to go as far as Tua's health practically goes. After that, the sky's the limit for this Dolphins offense. They're one of the best in the league, obviously, with Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. The run game as well. Devin Achane and Raheem Mostert were killing it in that run game. Overall, they're a more complete offense in the league. They're one of the top 5 up there, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like YTC said, Devin Shane came in and he was scratched week 1, and then comes into this game and literally just runs havoc and also receiving havoc as well. The guy just had himself a career day, and then Rasheed Mostert just was like, I'm just gonna play receiver and running back and just take over fantasy. He had 54 fantasy points. It was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think even Tua threw 2 passes right-handed, and he's a lefty or something, or vice versa.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like, what the? They were pulling all the bags out. It was like, damn.
That turned into a whole college game at that point. It was a whole Madden game on rookie mode with the way they treated their defense.
Mike White passed a guy who changed his name to Chosen. So it's like, it's crazy, man.
Robinson.
But yeah, I showed the score to my wife, and I was like, she's like, that has to be wrong. I'm like, I know, I'm looking everywhere to see if this is like somebody fucked up, and I'm like, no, it's legit. I'm like, I told her the score from quarter to quarter. She's like, is this the first time ever? I'm like, since I've been alive.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I was like, holy shit.
That
I
was a mad score.
This game,
Sean Payton and the presser afterwards was hilarious.
And we played it, and guess what? We both play this team in the coming weeks. My Giants have to play this team after Seattle in Miami. And I'm scared to play this team.
Especially with the running backs and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I don't even think Waddle played the other day.
He didn't play.
And
he didn't play
not even with Waddle? And they
no
still
Waddle.
Oh,
No Waddle.
wow. Well, that's more terrifying. Once Waddle comes back.
Yeah, so let me get
we
my...
play in week 7, I think. I think we play in week 7 or something like that.
Week 5, right after Seattle, but yeah.
I'm glad we don't play them this year, but anyway.
Scared.
Miami keeps playing like this. They're gonna screw around and go to the Super Bowl. And yeah, I said it. Like they're so far. If you base off the season these first few weeks, they're the best team right now.
Yeah, RQ said it.
They got a stacked offense compared to the Chiefs right now. It's only Mahomes and Kelsey. That's it compared to that. They're one of the stacked offenses.
86. I was born 86, Coach. So 20 years before I was born, 72 was put up.
Yeah. Coach spotted up right now the record. Yeah, they didn't. The record was Washington blew us out in 66. Yeah, 72-41. Yeah, and I think it was close to that record.
Sean Payton, thanks for choosing the Broncos over us. Thank you. I'm actually grateful we have because at least Gannon, like as of right now at least, he has the team in check as far as communication and getting along, and players actually want to play for him. The other day I saw Sean Payton blasting one of the Broncos like reporters or something.
Oh yeah, he was going off on the media. That was crazy. He was blasting no media.
I mean, come on, you're supposed to be one of these Hall of Fame coaches, and you're
TRL.
You might as well.
You feel that fire in your belly? Do you feel that fire in your belly?
Whatever.
I mean, practically, if you look at Sean Payton's whole career, when is the last time that Sean Payton's had a consistent defense? He didn't have that in the Saints either. So him and good defenses don't ring together, basically.
Yeah, basically, Sean Payton, you're gonna play like this. You might as well should have stayed retired. That's all I gotta say. But
yeah,
I don't know how we stay. But let's get back to the chat because they've been saying a lot. So I think this is where
Waddle was out with a concussion. Yeah, my fantasy team got their first win.
Yep,
TRL, you guys play hard. I know the roster isn't great.
Yeah,
and Arku's a Cowboys fan. Congratulating.
Yeah, GG Arku. We'll get to that game in a good minute. Coach says Seahawks 1-2 running back punch will be a problem for the
that's going to be a problem. Yeah, Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, yeah. And obviously we couldn't stop Connor. We couldn't stop McCaffrey. So, yeah, that's going to be another test against Kenneth Walker in that 1-2 punch.
We'll get to the Bears in a minute, too.
Taylor Swift.
What's up, Chad? Yep. Dolphins, yep. Best team in the league, yep. Washington versus New York have the record. Washington scored 72 and 66. Yep.
Hang on. The coach's comment right here. Look, I don't think Miami is a top team in the league. I take San Francisco. They have lots of on both sides they're a more complete team. I just meant offensive wise that Miami is one of the better offenses in the league, but they don't have a defense like the 49ers.
My fantasy team record 1-2 opening Aaron Jones. Bro, I lost a little spongy the other day, and
I'm holding on to tonight.
He's got bragging rights over. But
I got a 3-0 record looming if I win tonight. So yeah.
I mean, Patriots Jets. Do we really 15-10 Patriots win? Do we really need to say more?
I mean, it's not really them. I mean, Zach Wilson's been. They're expecting Zach Wilson to basically hold it down, and he hasn't looked so good so far. I mean,
Kirk Cousins.
And also, practically, New England, they just have a better defense. And obviously, Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson. But that's not saying much. But obviously, they were well expected to win. I can't really say otherwise.
That's right, Optimus.
I mean, what do you expect? It's Zach. I mean, if they did this to Aaron Rodgers, I'd be like, oh, wow, oh, shit.
Yeah, holy wow. The Patriots might be legit. But come on, you only beat 5. You only beat the Jets by 5. That's more of a fault on their end than the Jets, because the Patriots were expected to win by more, I guess.
But
And technically, it should have been just 13-10. Sorry to cut you off, Tiro, but it should have been just 13-10. But because the safety by Zach Wilson, it made it to 15. So it was a stupid bonehead play. But yeah, the very low scoring game. Like even if Rodgers is playing, the score they're gonna win. So they need a quarterback. Their defense is what's holding them right now. Yeah,
Zach is a terrible high school quarterback. Practically the best way you can sum it, coach.
and I'm
He
like,
plays like a high school quarterback.
Mac Jones, you're keeping it close with Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's more of an assessment on the Patriots than the Jets.
I get the Jets have a good defense, but what the fuck, But
Yeah, it's like that. You weren't the vocal point of why you won the game. It was mostly the defense that won that and the run game, I guess.
This is why the Jets keep it one-score games because they have a freaking defense. They just don't have.
They're just a quarterback away, obviously. Yeah,
They just
yeah
have.
obviously the quarterback went down.
Mitch, I only got 4 games wrong on my pick'ems. Actually, I do too. I'm 10.
5, only 5. The Raiders let me down last night.
Tech is a coach. All right. Next game.
5.
Jacksonville. How the hell did you lose to the Texans?
Oh, this was speaking of pick'ems. This was one of the fucking brain scratchers I had in this one. How do you lose? Come on,
I need the Texans to tank right now. We have their draft pick, and this is how you treat me, Jacksonville. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was a brain scratcher.
That was a brain scratcher. But on the flip side, shout out to CJ Stroud. He's looking like a really good quarterback so far out of the Ohio State mold that
right,
these Ohio State quarterbacks can't pan out in the NFL. I think that's just a dumb stigma with the way Stroud's looking so far.
Yeah,
but yeah, Houston. Give it to Houston. D'Amico's really coached that team up. They've been competitive. It's just obviously when they have to play better teams, their inexperience catches up to them. But so far, this is a good divisional win for them. So we'll see what happens, moving forward. Really good offense as well with those guys over there.
Yeah, I wanted D'Amico Ryans. He's a great defensive-minded coach, and I mean, for the most part, the Texans have kept it at least, somewhat competitive in their first 3 weeks. Week 1, the game with Baltimore was pretty close. Week 2, I forgot who they played, but
They played the Colts.
They
played the Colts, yeah.
Yeah, and they got blown out. So that was a issue. And then this game they beat the crap out of a team that I think is a playoff contender. So
and that's the favorites to win the South. Yeah, they beat the favorites to win that division.
Yeah, that's not really saying much, but still. But 37-17. I don't know how. Can we talk about how CJ Stroud is doing? Like Ohio State quarterbacks, he's doing things that Justin Fields hasn't done yet.
Justin Fields hasn't done yet. He already. Hey, listen, he's only 4 wins away from being his win record, in just 1 year.
Yeah,
already. He's just 4 wins away from tying Fields'
whoever's got
win and loss record.
Whoever's got Houston next week, don't do what the hell the Jaguars did. But anyway, yeah, I need Marvin Harrison Jr. on my damn team next year. But anyway, let's continue.
2.
Browns and Titans. Is there much to say?
I don't know how the hell the Titans can end up beating a team like the Chargers, but get blown the following by the Browns. Makes no logic in the NFL. But yeah, give credit to the Browns. Even without Nick Chubb, Ford, wherever it is, Jeremy Ford, I think his name is, looked really good in that game. He had 2 touchdowns, and also Deshaun Watson looked like 2018 Watson. Oh, yeah. Jerome Ford, okay.
Yep.
And they brought back their boy, Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt. Amari Cooper killed it for me in my fantasy with 24 points.
Nice. Oh, by the way, Michael Wilson, our rookie receiver, and Hollywood Brown both have more yards than DeAndre has this year. So just for the record.
Yeah, 3 for 48.
And the Browns defense gave me some real good moolah yesterday in fantasy with 5+ sacks. I love that.
Oh, we're gonna get to the defense. They got me a lot of moolah. A few minutes.
About that, whose defense I started the other day?
The Browns?
Broncos.
Oh!
Oh!
Ouch!
Fuck!
Yeah. Ouch. We'll move on. Detroit and Atlanta. This game surprised me. I didn't think Atlanta was gonna only put up 6, but Detroit gets the job. Thoughts on it?
I mean, I felt Detroit was going to win this game regardless. I mean, Atlanta, give credit to the run game, but when they have to go up against a stacked offense like Detroit, I don't think they can compete with those type of offenses with Detroit. Detroit's defense underratedly got better with those additions they added, and also, yeah, they're able to run the ball really well with Jahmyr Gibbs and the others. And obviously, Goff's a really underrated quarterback than people give credit for. He looks much better than as a better guy that can take over a game than he did on the Rams, in my opinion. Looks
and
way
also
better
the fact that when now that Gardner Johnson's down, Brian Branch had to step up, and yesterday he had the Lions yesterday against the Falcons, and definitely showed his worth, and that they were smart to pick him, so he definitely showed up. So
and also nice keep in mind. And also keep in mind, Desmond Ridder is a year 2 starter, so he's going to have his growing pains, obviously. Yeah. So this is probably one of them, he'll have to learn from. This is just one of those games for him, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I picked Detroit, but I didn't think it would be this. I didn't think Atlanta.
Yeah. Lopsided, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't see that happening, but credit to Detroit. At the end of the day, Detroit, I still think you're a little bit overhyped, but I'll give it to you. You did what you had to do, so thank you. Not fucking up my pick'ems like certain teams, Jaguars.
Yeah, Detroit.
Piece of shit. But anyway, Saints and Packers. This game was. So yeah, I actually saw this game too. My mom's a Packers fan, so yeah, I actually saw this game.
Nice.
The old man's a Packers fan as well, so we have that coming.
Yeah. So I mean, first half it was 17-0.
Yep.
And Derek Carr gets injured. Jameis Winston looked like dog shit for the most part, and Jordan Love was able to come back and win the game. So,
yeah,
that was a good way to not give up, I guess, for Green Bay. It's a good sign.
I mean, Jordan Love did struggle.
They're 2-1. A team that we thought was going to finish like 3rd or 4th in their division. I know it's only been 3 weeks, but they're 2-1 right now. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys think about this game, but Green Bay
pretty good game. But Jordan Love did struggle a bit in that earlier half. He was overthrowing a lot of guys from what I saw in the highlights. He did make a couple of, overthrowing a lot of, off balls, but I guess he made some adjustments in the second half and it worked. Even though, granted, Derek Carr got hurt and the game could have been probably much different with Derek Carr compared to Jameis Winston, but shout out to the Packers. I mean, they capitalized on the opportunity. I mean, who says to not to capitalize? You play what you have already, so you just play who you played practically in the game. You just improvise, and that's what practically the Packers did, from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the same that what YTC said. As soon as Carr went down, that was the Packers smelling blood in the water, and they knew they had to capitalize because they knew that Jameis Winston wasn't a better option because they went and traded for Derek Carr. So it's like, that whole dynamic was kind of mucky over there. The Packers were able to capitalize late in the game at home, and shout out to Jordan Love getting his first touchdown at Lambeau and rushing touchdown at Lambeau. So
yeah, I mean, he did what he had to do, and also because he'll get better over time with the accuracy. I don't think it's going to be a much.
He had some good balls though in that fourth quarter. He had some really good balls. I was watching that game and I was like, shit, he's throwing it some places where he made some of those corners look bad. It was like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, most quarterbacks, at this point in his career, you can consider him a rookie because he's sat on the bench for 3 years, but he had time to learn. But at this point, it's going to be obviously natural for him to struggle with accuracy, but it gets better over time as you get more playing time. So he'll get much better with the accuracy and get better with, not having those awkward throws that he had in that game.
By the way, I think it said Derek Carr has an AC joint sprain and he's week to week.
Yeah, basically what they're saying is like coming into the game, it's pain tolerant, it's a pain tolerance thing. So it's like by game time, if he's good enough to go, he'll go. But if he can't, then he won't, type thing.
He'll probably be back for week 5 or 6. I don't think they're gonna play in week 4, just to be sure.
Commanders, you guys had 2 fluke weeks, all right? So
shout out to the Buffalo defense. 31 points in fantasy. That's some moolah right there.
Yeah, Sam Howell had 4 picks and a pick 6 was one of them, for the record. So
I knew. Hey, listen, the Commanders are who we thought they were. Fraudulent as I thought they were. all these Commander fans came out of Twitter after going 2-0, and they didn't know how to act after barely beating the Cardinals and barely beating the Broncos by that 2-point conversion.
Should have lost to us. I didn't see the Broncos game, but by the looks of it, you should have lost to them too. And well, you thought you were gonna be at home against a playoff contending team, and not only did you lose, you got your asses handed to you by Josh Allen on a silver platter. So
yeah. Josh Allen didn't have to do much if you look at the numbers. All he did was just throw one really good ball to Gabriel Davis and ran one touchdown. And that's practically it. Their defense, the whole game murdered them, just basically.
Yeah.
yeah. So let's see the chat. Steelers got the Texans next week. All right, please don't lose. Big asshole Matt Canada better not do any stupid play calls against the Texans. Oh, wow.
Matt Canada, yeah.
God damn. Mitch and Chad had the Saints winning. I picked the Packers. And
I had the Packers, too. They're at Lambeau. I think Jordan Love's much better than we give credit for. So, yeah.
Oh, you're good, Darren. Yeah, what's up, Darren?
You're good, Darren.
You're good. But anyway, let's stop talking about these frauds in Washington and let's just move on.
The two bigger frauds.
Chargers and Vikings. The Chargers ended up winning, but this was like one of the sloppiest games this week. But
Brandon Staley shouldn't have a job.
Chargers,
both fraudulent in my eyes.
So one team got their first win. The other team is 0-3. So
yeah.
But
well, Kirk Cousins, I don't know. Why would you check down to T.J. Hawkinson on that final play right there? You had Justin Jefferson back in the lineup. You know damn well you should go to your best receiver in the game. You should have done it in the playoffs, and you didn't even do it in this Week 3 game. And now you're winless because of it, because you couldn't capitalize when you needed to. So, yeah, it's just, Kirk is very inconsistent when he has to deliver. Some games he will, some games he won't. This is one of them. That's all I can practically say. And obviously, both defenses aren't really good. So, obviously, the numbers will prove on the offensive side it was basically a shootout. But, yeah, they just happened to capitalize with the one defining point, and that was the pick.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon Staley should have a fucking job after yesterday. The going forward on 4th down on his own 24. I mean, at that point, you're basically signing your resignation because that's just a stupid play. Like, come on, man! Like, don't be dumb. Kick the ball. Like, who the fuck do you think you guys are?
Yeah,
like,
you're lucky it wasn't a top offense like Miami. They would have came back on that.
He's playing Madden online doing that shit.
Yeah, that's practically Madden online.
Yeah, but yeah, Vikings. I mean, Chargers. You did kind of get lucky. I mean, Kirk just threw a dumbass pick to seal the deal. But I mean, I'll give it to you guys. I mean, you guys do have a shitty head coach. I know what that's like, so I won't hate on you that much. But Minnesota. Caleb Williams to Minnesota might be an actual possibility, and that's kind of funny. So, like that's crazy. But what would be upset of the week if my team didn't win? The Colts beat the Ravens.
Yeah, I didn't see that happen.
I did not see that coming.
In Baltimore. Yeah.
Especially with Gardner Minshew pulling
they lost to another
Dan Orlovsky and stepping out of the end zone back at the end zone.
They lost to two 2019 quarterbacks now. This is the second 2019 class quarterback they've lost to now. Yeah.
Lamar threw for like 150 yards and he ran for 2 touchdowns.
150?
Told y'all I think so, didn't he? I could be wrong. But I think
somewhere around there, but that's still horrible for his numbers, and he got paid nearly top dollars to be, settling for that.
And I mean, I know the Ravens are dealing with injuries like they do every year, but I mean, this team, you guys struggle against the Texans week 1, you struggled against the Bengals who look like dog shit, and you lost to the Colts. Like, are the Ravens really like as good as people give them credit for? Like, I'm really starting to think that this is just
not. Once the injuries start catching up, no.
I will say, just for their defense, they didn't have their left tackle, they didn't have their starting center, they didn't have their two big plays, big boys on defense. They didn't have 2 wide receivers, and I think they didn't have a running back or something else. They had like 8 players out.
Yeah, the Colts. Yeah, the Ravens are cursed with injuries. If you look at
Injuries,
the
yeah, exactly. That's no
Ravens
excuse.
are
But I'm
cursed.
just saying, new center,
Yeah.
and then obviously the weather being a problem as well because it was raining so much. So
Oh, it was raining. I didn't see that part of the game. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, even Justin Tucker missed a field goal. So
Yeah.
And that doesn't help you either because that's 3 points off the board, and that's practically where you win if you capitalize on those points.
He was short too. It wasn't like he missed it. It was like it was perfect.
It just
He
hit
was just short. He
hit
was
the
just
what? It hit the crossbar in the middle.
no, didn't even get there.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn! Underneath, that's worse. Damn.
chat, Gavin, what's up? Where's Michael Ahiozovic? Yep. Don't worry, we'll get to his team in a second.
Well, Michael's somewhere hiding, and also I think if you go on his channel, yeah, he's dropping another hate video.
Or back's blown out. Yep. All right. Next game, Seahawks beat Andy Dalton 37-27. Honestly, who gives a shit? I mean,
let's not take away from the fact they struggled early on. They had to make a second half comeback to go.
yeah, exactly.
Because that's at some point this game was what 12-9, I think. They were trailing to the Panthers earlier in the game, and then they had to make adjustments to come back and blow them out from there.
Punt returning Mitch.
Yeah.
Hi, returning Mitch. I mean, there's not much to say in that game, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
Seattle was expected to win, so.
Okay, your offense played good. Seattle, no one's terrified of you. I'm sorry. You kept it close with Andy Dalton. You lost to the Rams, who are dog shit. I don't care if they're, looking good right now. And who else did you play? The Lions. So, I mean, come on now. And you should have lost to them too. So, anyway.
The next game.
Yeah, exactly. But do you want to save this for last? I mean, TOP is here right now, so do you want to do this now or save this for last? So
we'll save it for last.
Save it for last. Okay. Since the next game, we're also going to save that for last, and plus we're on the last game anyway. So the Steelers beat the Raiders last night, and I mean, when I checked the score, I saw the Steelers were up 23-7, and then I checked the final and I saw they only won by 5. I was like, what kind of shit? So
horrible play calling.
I saw Jimmy G on concussion protocol too. So I don't know if you guys saw this game. I sure as hell didn't. So
I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah,
I saw the game. And I was with Corey and the other guys watching this game. But no, in this entire game, the Jimmy G was just under pressure. The entire game practically was the Steelers' defense, proving their dominance. They had 2 picks all over him, and obviously the Raiders' offensive line did not help out Jimmy G. I mean, Devontae Adams had a really good game, obviously, but it wasn't, the turning point of why they practically were going to come back. I mean, it was dumb enough for them why they kicked the field goal under 4 minutes, I believe. They kicked the field goal. It was 23-15 at one point, and they just decided to kick a field goal instead of just trying to go for the tie. That was really, head-scratching, thinking their defense was, with the way they were playing throughout the game, if they were going to come back against that Steelers offense. So, I mean, it's just head-scratching.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, yeah. Let's not go for the tie. Let's kick the field goal and make it a still
Yeah.
I
I'd go, yeah, exactly, and go for 2. The worst case scenario, if you don't get the 2-point conversion, you get the ball back, and then you just have to game manage a game-winning field goal drive, hypothetically.
Yeah. Gavin says Jimmy G got flattened. Yep, threw 3 picks, 1 for every Niners victory. Wow. Yeah. That
Wow.
was what I heard. But let's see. You know what? We'll save. We'll just go with the Bears. All right. So. In hilarious, heartbreaking fashion, the Chiefs shoved their foot up the Bears' ass, 41-10.
I mean, this was well expected, unless you're that other guy, but this was well expected. Come on now. I mean, the Bears, something's got to give at this point with the offense, because you can make it only so much excuses for Justin Fields before you could say it's the entire offense, but it's just him. He's making a lot of crucial turnovers. He's obviously I think he has 5 or 6 turnovers combined or something, somewhere around there. He's been turning the ball over a lot. That's not helping out your team when you're being the root of the problem, why you don't win games. And this is what, the majority of Bear fans, I'm not saying all, the majority of them, get for putting their quarterback and offense on a pedestal. I told everyone you would want to pipe down the brakes after you were picking top 5 and also pump the brakes, after getting in a new defense that takes time to gel, and they weren't going to flash in over time.
Yep. So
I tried to tell him.
Get to the chat real quick.
right.
Touchdowns, no picks. Yep. Najee isn't himself anymore. Yeah,
I agree.
Cannot wait to see Michael in his Bears helmet crying. Wow. You think it's time for the Steelers to move on from Najee? I mean, we'll see.
He's been very inconsistent. Jalen Warren looked promising, obviously, from the few games we've seen him.
Yes, it was. Andy Reid was merciful. They could have dropped 80 points easily. Wow, that's crazy. But look at this interesting stat line. The Bears' future quarterback came to play 11 for 22, 99 yards, 1 touchdown, and a pick. Wow, that's
a QBR 61 and 50 completion percentage. Goddamn.
Oh, it's his first game, right? This is his first game?
No, this is his third game.
Exactly. What the fuck? This is your future? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's see what's
and not to mention he was your leading rusher, 47 yards. He had the most carries on your team.
Yeah, he led your team in carries. So
fucking carries.
So practically, don't call us, delusional when we say you have a running back at quarterback, because look at the stat line. He's leading the team in carries.
He's 5-23 on his career. Holy shite.
5-23 on his damn career. That's sad.
Yep, 5-23.
So yeah, so Josh Dobbs needs 4 more wins. There you go, people. Let's see.
Oh wow, impeccable time.
24 for 33, 272, 3 touchdowns.
I mean, typical Mahomes.
Yeah,
typical. Well, I gotta say thank you, Bears. You got Kelsey
136 rating
by Swifties. So
yeah, all the Swifties came and became new fans and Chiefs fans after that game.
But Michael, this was a really interesting game.
Very interesting game. It was very interesting to see.
7 in the second.
Yeah,
it was really interesting. It was very interesting to see that many times they panned the camera to, Taylor Swift and, they panned the camera to the Bears offense. That's practically what it was.
Swift could throw the ball farther than Fields, but anyway, let's see.
Clayton Tune can.
Yes.
Hey, I'll say one thing. She can because she's taller than Bryce Young, so, you could practically put her at the end.
So, look at this shit. We won. We won. We won. We fucking won. We beat the fucking Cowboys. That's crazy.
Look at his stat line. 17 of 21.
189.
17 for 21 for 189. And oh my God, y'all made Josh Dobbs look like prime Cam Newton out here. They made him look like Cam Newton.
James Conner had almost another 100-yard game, 98 yards and a touchdown.
Well, close to it, but yeah, either way, he's been killing. He's one of the reasons why you guys are definitely winning. Yeah,
Prescott
helping out Dobbs a lot.
249, a touchdown and a pick. Tony Pollard had a hell of a game.
Taj.
Yeah, because I keep telling you, Dak gets carried by his run game. That's Brett.
Hey, Taj.
I told you.
You're just in time, Taj. You're just in time.
What's up, Taj? Hey, listen, I told you, Dak gets carried by his run game a lot. Look at.
Yeah, so let's see. How do I start? How do I
tried to tell everyone
they missing Zeke.
They're missing Zeke.
No, because they're missing they had a 1-2 punch, but now they don't have another guy that can complement Pollard right now. Mm-hmm. So that's what worked with Dak beforehand.
Yeah.
So
when he was the vocal point of the entire game, like it was mostly the only way they were moving the ball practically was just on the run game. If you look at the last couple of weeks, it was barely Dak being the vocal point of taking over the game, like he normally would do years back.
Heading into this game, if you told me that we would beat the Cowboys, a team that only gave up 10 points in the first 2 weeks, I would literally tell you you're smoking LA meth and you need to get the hell out of here. But I mean. Shit, we beat them 28-16. I mean, it's crazy. But
meth, and I picked them to win. So, fuck the Cowboys.
I have the Cowboys winning, and I'm happy I lost this game. But yeah,
I had the Cowboys winning too. I'm not delusional. I had the Cowboys beating the shit out of us. But I didn't do a week 3 pick'em video. But if I did, that would have been my lock of the week.
And you want to know what was the turning point of this game? You locking in Micah Parsons. After that 1 sack, Micah Parsons didn't completely take over the game like he did against us. You completely locked them up.
Paris Johnson, a rookie who came into the NFL as a left tackle. He's playing right tackle this season. He bullied Micah Parsons. He made him look like his bitch.
And you can tell they're really missing Diggs, that explosive.
Yeah, that's a secondary. And obviously, that's the heart of their secondary, obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, coming into this game, I thought CeeDee Lamb or at least one of their receivers was going to murder us.
Right.
Because
go off.
we don't have Budda Baker. Jalen Thompson got hurt in this game. Zaven Collins got hurt in this game too, and he didn't come back. So I think their leading receiver, hold on, I'm pretty sure it was Michael Gallup, I think. But let's see.
Gallup got in.
Gallup had 6
Michael
catches.
Gallup?
Yeah, 92 yards and 6 catches, yeah. So that was their leading receiver. CeeDee Lamb only had 4 catches for 53. So Brandon Cooks had 2 catches for 17. So for the most part, we held the receiving core in check. I didn't think our defense was going to do this. I mean, heading into the half, we were up 21-10. So heading into halftime, I was like, yeah, here we go. We're going to fucking blow it, especially when they started moving the ball into the red zone. But we stopped them in the red zone twice.
Yeah, you held them with 3 multiple times.
One of them was a 4th down play that Dak Prescott couldn't find an open receiver whatsoever.
Yeah, turnover on downs.
The second one, Kaiser White picks the ball off to seal the deal. So, I mean,
horrible play calling and executing, like Arku said earlier.
But I want to know, Dak Prescott, who the hell were you throwing the ball to?
Yeah,
and,
like Kaiser White.
Yeah, and also, even Arku's saying it right now.
He was the only guy there. You had no receiver even near that damn ball. Like it's like you were trying to force it to. I think it was 3rd down too. So you still
had another down potentially.
Yeah, you had another down at least. So I mean,
it was just horrible play calling, like he said, red zone issues. Yeah.
And
who's the coach?
Yeah, some
Mike
tells
McCarthy.
Speaking of the coaches, some tells me that they don't trust Dak Prescott because while I was watching that 4th quarter, it was 5-6 minutes left. Why are you draining the clock with Tony?
Yeah,
Pollard?
why are you running the clock out? You figured with Dak.
You're down by 12. You need 2 touchdowns to get back in the game. Why are you running the clock out with Tony Pollard? You should be trying to throw the ball right now. It's like they don't even trust Dak Prescott anymore with all the
You have CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks making plays, and Michael Gallup, and you didn't.
And the one time he threw it, he threw a damn pick.
Yeah,
it's like how I don't know, but at the end of the day,
it was horrible clock management right there.
We off,
and that's Mike McCarthy's biggest issue. He's bad at clock management.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm glad we pulled this off, especially against Cowboys. And a little reality check. The Cardinals since 2008 are 7-1 against the Cowboys. So
damn,
quick reality check. But yeah, even ever since Tony Romo, we've owned him. So I think those are all the games that we've went through so far. Hold on, let me see. So we'll get to the games today before we get to B news. But in about let's see, an hour and a half, the Eagles take on Tampa Bay in Tampa. So I'll let Randy go first.
We got the Eagles fan here and Randy in the chat.
Quick preview game. Tampa Bay's 2-0, so they're not a joke so far. So how do you think this game will go out?
I think the Eagles, based on what we did last game, I think they're going to really want to impose their will on the run game, even though the Buccaneers have been proven this year so far that they've been a stout when it comes to the run game, only I think allowing 89 yards a game. So I know that we're definitely going to want to try to impose our will when it comes to that. But if that's not the case, we're just going to have to use our 3-headed monster in A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert. We got the weapons. We have the front to protect Jalen Hurts. And then when in doubt, let Hurts ball out. So I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what people think. But I think our defense is finally going to show up this game. They're kind of depleted on the offensive line a little bit. You know, let's just say that they've been blessed by the football gods these last 2 games, but I think Jalen Carter is gonna show up this game with the amount of pressures that he's had in the last 2 games. He's gonna show out, and I believe he'll get 2 sacks tonight. So Eagles win. I think it's gonna be 28-17.
All right.
YTC.
Well, with the Bucs, they've gone out to a good 2-0 start. Congrats to them, obviously, but they're going to get a reality check tonight because they're going up against a much better defense than anything they've faced in the last 2 weeks. Minnesota doesn't have a defense, and Chicago's an establishing defense that, has a lot of work to do. They're very young. They're going up against a really well-established defense. So tonight's a real test for Tampa Bay's offense, and also because, to prove for Baker Mayfield can go up against the top offense and that he's really turned to the page in his career. I don't think it's going to be any different. The Eagles should dominate this game, but it'll be much closer, like you said. I got the Eagles winning 30-24.
Yep. I picked the Eagles. Yeah, my bad. I'm here.
27-6 to 14.
Yeah, but anyway. So I picked Philadelphia to win. I don't think it'll be a blowout though. It's in Tampa. The Buccaneers have a pretty good defense, so I could see the Eagles' offense, struggling a little bit, but their offense, I think, will be good enough to come through though. If I had to give a score prediction, I'd say Eagles 24, Buccaneers 16.
All right.
So, yeah, pretty much a pretty close game. But we'll see what happens. I need the Eagles to win because I don't want to lose any more stupid
I got pick'ems.
Yeah.
Well,
but Rams and Bengals.
This was another toss-up game. I had to pick on this one because both have their flaws on both sides of the team. So yeah.
Yeah, I picked Cincinnati. It's unbiased.
Me too.
Unbiased.
No, I took Cincinnati as well.
Took Cincinnati. I feel like they'll bounce back. They're at home.
I got the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Rams still don't have Cooper Cup.
Yeah, I mean Puka.
though.
Puka, yeah.
Who gives a shit? Week 2 fluke. All right, who cares?
Week 1 and week 2.
Week 1 and week 2 fluke.
Who cares? But,
I mean, the Bengals don't have a secondary, so you never know. They lost half of their secondary, so he might have a good game too. So
and Burrow's still a game time decision. They still haven't announced if he's going to play or not.
Yeah, I might end up regretting this pick because then they might have to start. Who's their backup again?
Jake Browning.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I pick. Yeah, so I'm picking the Bengals.
I might regret that pick if he doesn't play
the
Joe
Bengals
Burrow.
win too, because if the Rams lose, they're tied with us for last place. So I would love that. But
hey, listen, if you play them in a couple of weeks too, so if you beat them, you won't finish last.
Yo, and I could see Kyler coming 5 before we play him. So,
and if he comes back and lights that team up,
you've seen his Instagram. He looks ready to come back on that field. So, just saying.
Like the parents ready to go, eh?
Yeah. So that's a wrap on the week 3 games that happened. But let's get to some MLB stuff right here. Hold on, let me zoom in before I share my screen real quick. Hold up. And I know YTC is gonna have fun with this because this Bushman's team beat my team today. So
Bush. Over here stealing CEO's jokes.
Yeah, I did. So let's see. We'll go through the playoff picture a little bit. Hold up. All right, there we go. So we'll start off with the AL. Randy, your team's actually in the wild card right now by a little bit. So Baltimore's first seed. Looks like they're gonna stay first seed unless Tampa Bay has a late surge or whatever. But Texas, wow, they actually came back and got back in. Twins, Cupcake Division, Tampa Bay. It's between them and Baltimore, so we'll see what happens. Randy, your Blue Jays are 5th. So you think your team can make the playoffs?
Lucky numbers 3. We just got to win 3 of the next 6 games. We have another series here against the Yankees, and then we have another series against the team that will potentially be placed in the wild card, which is the Tampa Bay Rays. I believe in them. They've been playing well down the stretch here. Vladdy's been playing well. Bo's back healthy. Kirk's playing well. Kevin Biggio is actually starting to play really well, which is actually surprising. Varsho is playing well. Springer's playing out of his mind lately. So our pitching's playing really good. Our bullpen's finally kind of healthy, getting healthy again. So everything's starting to roll actually right now at the right time. So if we can, like I said, if we can just win the next 3 games, that's all we got to do is win 3 games out of the 6, and we're in.
Yeah. So the teams that are
What's up after the huddle?
What?
Well,
What's
Someone
up,
in the
Blaze?
chat.
What's up, Blaze? What's up? What's up? Get on.
What's up?
Twin
moist.
smoked in the wild card. Taj Yankees eliminated. Thank God. Wow. Uh, 1 month left for NBA season. Yep, I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm ready for the NBA season already.
So, I mean, my opinion on the AL. I mean, the Astros have been struggling lately, and I mean struggling. They lost a series. They got swept by the Royals. And
Yeah, I
then-
was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, and we play the Astros soon too. So if we can play them while they're struggling and maybe get higher in the wild card, because the Phillies, I mean, I know they keep winning right now, but if we could get ahead of them and get home field advantage against the Phillies in the wild card, that would be really helpful. So we got the White Sox, 4-game series with the White Sox, and then we got a 3-game series with the Astros. But those are our last 2 series in the regular
Those are
season.
winnable series. Definitely against the White Sox too. They sold most of their team at the deadline.
Look at these Yankees, man, out of the playoff picture. Look at this.
Look at the Mariners. They fell off too. They were considered hot contenders there after the deadline, and then they just fell out of the sea. But the Yankees, look at those Yankees.
At least Aaron Boone about to get fired.
Yeah. So, Randy, in case your team stays in 5th and Tampa Bay stays in 4th, that's actually the team you would play in the wild card. So if you had to give a preview, what would you think on that series?
Oh man, we haven't favored well against them in the past, other than the series we just played against them, which we took 2 out of the 3. Usually when we play down in the Trop, it's not good news. So it's going to be interesting. I would say most likely them 2-1, where we would win 1, but they would most likely win the tiebreaker and take the series. But I'm giving right now I'd give my team a fighting chance. I'd say we'd take it 2-1. So because they're falling. They were hot at the beginning of the season, but they just been falling as of late. So Baltimore, I'd be afraid to play against.
So hold on, I know Get On Kid is in here. So if your team's 3rd right now, so wow, Get On Kid, your team, you're a Twins fan. You would play the Astros or the Mariners in the first round. So I don't know how you think about that, but enough with the AL. Let's move on to the N. This is a crazy playoff picture right now.
The NL. What up, Mac?
Atlanta and LA, they're going to get 1st and 2nd, no doubt about that. No doubt. Dodgers.
Milwaukee.
It won't matter. You're going to choke regardless, LA, so no one cares. But anyway, Milwaukee leads their division by 6 games, so it looks like they'll win their division and get 3rd.
Philadelphia should get that.
The Phillies, they should get 4th. I mean, it's a long shot for us to get 4th. I don't know who the Phillies play in their last few series, but I mean, we got the White Sox.
It says the Pirates. They're coming up next on the right.
Oh, the Pirates? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, if you look on the top right corner, yeah.
Yeah, forget it. So Phillies should get 4th. But the 5th spot is mostly
up for grabs, yeah.
It's a tie between the Diamondbacks, the Cubs, and the Marlins. Because if you look at the Reds, it looks like the
Reds are trying to come in.
Yeah, the best Cincinnati could get is probably the last wild card spot.
And what happened to the Giants?
How did the Padres come back? Look at this shit.
More importantly, how did the Giants fall back? I thought they were in contention.
They have no offense. Like, they can't bat for shit.
The Giants, yeah.
So the Phillies, they have 3 games versus Pittsburgh, and they have 3 games versus the Mets.
So yeah, they should get 4th basically.
The Cubs, they have 3 games at Atlanta and 3 games at Milwaukee.
Atlanta, shit, we might be good.
Yeah,
we might be good then. We might be good then. Can you do me a favor? Can you look up Miami, because they're right behind us too?
Miami, they have 3 games at the Mets and 3 games
at who?
At Pittsburgh.
Shit.
So the Pirates, yeah.
And the Mets, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I need the Marlins to choke them, but
and the Reds, I know they don't have a high chance, but the Reds, they have 2 games in Cleveland and 3 in St. Louis, so they don't.
Cleveland? Oh no.
Yeah. So Diamondbacks, if the playoffs were to start today or tomorrow, they would be taking on the Phillies in Philadelphia. So I know in the regular season we whooped their asses in Philly in the regular season, but the big factor is the Phillies got playoff experience. We don't. So that's what concerns me the most. Let's see. I mean, we don't really have we have a really young team too. Phillies just have the more experienced team, and the thing is, it's like, I mean, the thing I don't like is how, number one, we tend to struggle against teams we're supposed to beat, which is why I feel like if we play a contender like the Phillies, we would be able to show up. Like, I mean, there's so many series against dog shit teams that we played that we should have won. I mean, we went 1-6 this year against the Mets.
Damn.
And we went 1-2 against the Yankees. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the White Sox kept it competitive with us. Like, we just don't show up against bad teams. It's just been the Diamondbacks this season. I honestly don't get it, but and we do have the tiebreaker over the Cubs, the Marlins. I think definitely the Padres because we whooped their asses this year, and the Giants as well. I'm pretty sure Cincinnati has the tiebreaker over us, but it doesn't look like they're really gonna get anywhere. But Arizona would get the Phillies in the first round. I feel like it'd be a great series. I think it would come down to but based off of the inexperience that we have, and I mean the just the young team that we have, I would give it to Philly 2-1. But
you have the element of surprise. They don't know you well in the playoffs compared to
we
other
do.
teams.
So, if we were to beat Philadelphia, we would play, I think, Atlanta in the next round. So either way, we're going to get.
Well, that's another tap. Yeah, it's another.
Yeah,
not with one there.
Even though we did split with Atlanta this year, we keep it competitive with the Braves. So
interesting. Okay.
But as much as I want the Dodgers, unfortunately, we won't get them. So it is what it is. But it's all right. Dodgers, you'll choke to let's see, the Marlins or some shit. So anyway, but hold on, let me pull up something. We're gonna get to a topic on NBA. I really want to discuss with you. As Randy's team involved in it, my team's involved in it. So let's talk about it. So,
what's this?
I don't want Ayton.
What?
I don't want Ayton.
I'm trying to find the fucking article. Hold up.
I'm still hoping we can trade for Dame for my Knicks. That's it.
And the Saints have activated Alvin Kamara.
Oh, Kamara's, yep, he's back next week.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
So for Kamara fantasy owners.
All right, so let's get to NBA real quick. What's up, Taj? Home openers against y'all. Yep, we're going to whip your asses. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway.
Who's Taj's team?
Lakers.
Ah, okay, Lakes. Okay.
Boom. Damian Lillard.
Shit.
Raptors emerging as a serious threat for Damian bleeping Lillard.
Yeah.
So, Randy, it's your team. You have the floor.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I really, to be completely honest, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I really don't. Like, one part of me is like, oh shit, Damian Lillard, like the guy that, can make shots almost like a Steph Curry style from there is no range type deal. But he's 34. That salary is just going up every year as his age goes up. We're going to probably have to give up some serious assets in some shape or form. And what a lot of people don't realize too is that the Raptors don't have their 2024 first round pick because we gave that to the Spurs to get Jakob Poeltl back. So really, in hindsight, we can only give them 2 first round picks instead of 3. So that really makes me wonder that there's going to be a lot of players that are on the roster now that may not necessarily be there, that might be part of the trade. But I'm like, why us out of all the other teams that are potentially battling? Because I hate to say it, but there are a little bit more seasoned players on the Miami team that might be available. Or is this just a toy or a tactic that they're using against Miami to say, oh, listen, the Raptors are serious. They're going to do this, to this. And it could just be a smoke show and it could just be nothing. But what I'm getting from this is the Kawhi vibes. What I'm getting is the Masai pulling the Uno reverse card on everybody and saying, listen, I'm going to pull this out. And I'm not saying that the Raptors are going to go and win a championship like we did in 2019, but if we're going to land another disgruntled player that didn't want to go anywhere and he ended up coming here and then we messed around and we actually went to the finals and won, it worked once. Who's to say it couldn't work again, right? So I can see why there's noise, but I just don't understand. Just because at that time Kawhi was still young, and we had a good what is it, medical staff, and with Alex McKechnie and whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm torn, to be completely brutally honest with you. I just don't know how to feel.
Yeah. So YTC, I know you're muted. I don't know if you're here, but
Yeah, I'm here.
any thoughts? Damian Lillard maybe going to Toronto.
Oh yeah, we played them twice. Yeah, we played them multiple times. That'd be a very interesting thing to look at, and it wouldn't, obviously, yeah, it'd be painful to play him multiple times. I'm still hoping my Knicks can come back and, get back in the sweepstakes. We have the assets to go get practically him with the first rounders and second rounders we have. Because I looked at the draft capital we have. We can go get anyone, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And I'm just hoping, from my end, at least as a Knicks fan, he doesn't go. That's the best I can hope. It's going to be a pain playing him in up in Toronto next to Pascal.
The hell are you gonna have to give up to get Dame? You're not giving.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah,
you got to pay Pascal too, and you want to take Dame. You want to take Dame's contract.
We got to pay Pascal. We got to pay OG. We got to pay Gary Trent. It's like there's three guys that
you're basically gambling to win this entire year. Practically.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean,
and if you don't get it, it's gonna backfire, and you're gonna go into a rebuild.
I wouldn't waste my time doing it if I were the Raptors, but
I wouldn't either.
I want to share another tab, and this is on Twitter because I had to go back and find the damn article. But my team's involved.
Well, yeah.
So
Damian Lillard to the Suns? No way.
I can't zoom in. What the fuck? All right, so
if that happens,
they're talking about a 4-team trade involving the Suns, Raptors, Blazers, and Heat, where DeAndre Ayton goes to Portland. Yusuf Nurkic goes to Phoenix. I think Miami gets a bunch of young guys like some young guys on Toronto. I forgot who it was. I think
like a Grady Dick and like
Malachi Flynn. Yeah,
Malachi Flynn and stuff.
I like that, and a bunch of first round picks, obviously, which we don't have, which is why we would get another team. But and they're saying, I don't know where the hell the idea is coming from, but how the hell do you guys think we could get Yusuf Nurkic and Damian Lillard for only DeAndre Ayton?
Oh, that'd be overkill right there. That's an all-star team.
DeAndre Ayton. Sorry to tell you, he was a soft piece of shit last year. What makes you think that we can get Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic for just it? And if that happens, our general manager is a fucking god. But it's like,
that would be mind-blowing if that happens.
Yeah, but he did something to Silver. If you guys get this trade,
because he must have sacrificed somebody. He must have crucified some goat in the middle of a cornfield or something to summon the gods to make this trade work.
I mean, he did get Bradley. He got Bradley Beal for peanuts. So I mean,
that'd be crazy though.
But I mean,
that's a super team, right? That's a super team right there.
Put Beal on your guys' team, Infinity Stone. I mean, the league's done. Like, it's not even fair.
The big question I have is, if you get Damian Lillard, or if we get Damian Lillard, what the hell are you going to do with our starting lineup?
Yeah, because you got Booker.
Booker and Beal are our backcourt. What are you going to do? You're going to put Booker at the 3? You can't do that shit. He's not a 3.
They're already trying to make Booker a point guard, so.
Yeah, you're going to put Bradley Beal at the 3? He can't play defense. Are you seriously going to do that?
Or Dame Lillard?
And you're going to put KD at the 4, which there's some things I like about KD playing the 4. There's some things I don't like about it.
Yeah.
But, and, if this trade were to go through, you'd have Yusuf Nurkic as our starting center. So.
And he hasn't had a full healthy season in God knows how long either, too.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, DeAndre Ayton, as much as I've shitted on him in the past, I will say now, I'm going to give him one more year, and I don't want to be traded this year because while he was terrible last year, a lot of that was because of our coach. And now that he's gone and we have a defensive-minded coach, I want to see how Ayton does in that system. So I want to see how he responds from it. But, I mean, this whole Dame shit needs to just be settled. just trade him already. He doesn't want to play for you guys, and he's
He
not.
just
like,
wants Miami. Like Jesus, just
he-
you know, like
No, I mean, we're just
He
coming
does-
to you. One of the two.
he doesn't have a no trade clause. Who cares about his feelings? Just trade him already. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of players being picky. Like, Bradley Beal had a no trade clause. He said yes to Phoenix. Damian Lillard doesn't have that. So just ship his ass out already. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean, this whole NBA shit is just flat out
When
ridiculous.
it first came out, it was the Raptors are gonna trade OG Anunoby and
Yeah, to
Pascal
the Knicks. I heard trades that we were gonna go get OG Anunoby.
and yeah,
That's what I was
and then
hearing at first,
Gary
to the
Trent,
Knicks.
and then we were gonna get Dame Lillard and Anthony Simmons. And I'm like,
Simons,
you're not going to give us one of their guy they're going to want to replace him with. I'm like, that just doesn't make no sense. And then that went away. And then another rumor came. And then another rumor came. And then it's like at this point, Dame, just go or stay. Like, just make your mind
Make up
up.
your mind.
Yep. But what's up,
I'll
Lewis?
take Anthony Simons.
How you doing? Yep. What's up? Trade Dame already and let Scoot be that guy. Yep.
Yes,
Exactly.
Scoot.
But I mean, it's the NBA. They just do stupid stuff. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't really see Dame getting, traded to us at least. Maybe Miami eventually. Maybe I feel like Toronto has a better chance than we do. And that's I mean, that's not really saying much. I mean, Raptors have more picks and more assets than we do. So
I mean, that's if they want to pull the plug, because if they're trading for Dade, like I said earlier, they're trying to go for a championship in the East right now. They're trying to make noise. That's practically signaling they're trying to go for a title.
and the East is getting tougher, the West is getting tougher. So either way,
Right.
is what it is. But that's pretty much the topics that we've gone through.
I just read too. Apparently, if there is a trade that's going to be facilitated with the Raptors, the Blazers want Grady Dick.
Really,
Grady
Yeah.
Dick.
They want Grady.
He
Dick.
hasn't played. I don't think he's played a single regular NBA game, and they already want to trade for him.
Yeah,
Come on.
Mark J. Spears is reporting that the Blazers really are. If they're going to get a piece, some pieces back, one of them's got to be Dick. I'm like, no one's taking my dick. No, that's my dick. There's only one dick in the NBA, and that's the Raptors' dick, and that's staying here. So fuck off. Blazers ain't getting no dick. They got pussies. I'm glad you're still here, Blaze. I'm glad you're still here.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, please.
Let's see.
And he'll be there. You go.
Hey, that's why you guys got to tune in. You never know what's going to be said. You just never know.
Yeah, you just never know. But wow. Okay. So for the people that came in late, we went through everything already, so you guys can just go back and rewatch the episode if you want.
Practically.
I mean, this weekend so surprising for me. But I'm gonna enjoy this one while we can. I'm gonna enjoy this one while we can because we go to the Bay Area next week and we're gonna get our asses kicked. So
I'm looking to bounce back. We'll see what happens on Monday.
Niners
Next
are not
Monday, at least.
Niners are not the Cowboys. I don't give a shit. All right, guys, just stop. We're not gonna beat the Niners.
No, they're better than the Cowboys, but yeah.
And Cardinal fans, get your fucking loyalty up. I mean, the past 2 weeks, fucking Giants and Cowboys fans have flooded our stadium. Like, like this is fucking embarrassing.
No, just imagine when the Eagles go over there. If the Eagles go over there.
No, we go to Philly.
Oh, okay. So it's equally. So it would have been stacked either way.
Yeah, we go to Philly. But I think we also play. Seahawks always flood our stadium like every year. Who else?
What other big fan base? Yeah.
The Ravens. We play them at home.
They're probably going to
Raiders?
flood the stadium.
And I'm going to
Oh,
that
the
game.
Raiders. Oh, you're going to get all those Raider fans fighting with your fans in the stadium.
No, we don't play them.
No.
No, we don't play the Raiders. We played them last year.
Okay.
Let's see. There's another team I'm forgetting. Bengals. Even they might flood our stadium.
Probably. No, it might be a mix, but I don't know. Bengals have a big fan base like that.
I know we play the Steelers. I don't know if it's at home though.
If it's at home, no. If you guys play them from,
That's another issue.
Yeah, Steeler fans are going to flood that stadium if it's in Arizona. Definitely. A lot of Steeler fans.
But Cardinal fans, you guys complain about teams flooding our stadium. You guys don't realize you're part of the problem, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I go to 2 games a year. I'm allowed to bitch about my fans not showing up to games. I go to 2 games a year.
I've been to the Giants games. We
So
flood the stadium every time we
I
go.
live a little far to show up to games, so I can't.
Well, except Philadelphia.
That's why I don't. But I buy as much merch. I try to, if I can, watch every game as much as possible.
Well, except when we play Philadelphia and Washington. No, Philadelphia and Dallas. Yeah, then it's a mixed crowd with the Giants stadium. From my experience,
I'm allowed to complain about that. But
been to those games.
Really good episode. Got through all the topics pretty good. Anything else anything else you guys want to add?
That's practically it. Yeah, I'm ready for this week to come through. Thursday Night Football. Detroit versus Green Bay. Yeah, I'm doing that game. That's practically it. I'm ready for it.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Yep, fuck the Cowboys.
YTC,
definitely.
Are you going live for any of the games today?
No, out with the family.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I'm going to jump James West on your stream if he were there, but
no, don't worry, you'll get him Thursday. I'm doing the Thursday night game with the Packers and Lions.
Okay. But I mean, next week we'll be talking about the Week 4 games. Gosh, I just want to skip Week 4. We play the Niners.
Our season's on the line next Monday, so yeah.
McCaffrey's
251 teams started 0-3. 6 have made the playoffs. Only team in the last 20 seasons, the 2018 Texans. So they're talking about Joe Burrow right now in the Bengals.
So today, statistically, they're fucked.
Hey, listen, I've seen Andrew Luck make the playoffs and they start 1-5, and I've seen Detroit go from last year 1-6 to go above 500.
They just had a cursor on the bottom and it said last 2 seasons they started 0-2 and they ended up winning like an 8 games on an 8-gamer. So
yeah, I mean until you're unlimited, yeah, you can still come back practically. I've seen it done before.
Yeah. So let's my prediction on Friday for what?
I'll make my prediction on Friday.
For what exactly? But I mean,
all right.
At least we upset it. A contender, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I wanted. I wanted 3 things: beat the Giants, which we couldn't fucking do. Upset one contending playoff team, and beat the shit out of the Bears, which I know we're gonna do. So, and yeah, fuck off. But
that 75 ain't bad. So there you go. Yeah.
Oh, I want to beat the Ravens too, but
I just want to get back at the Cowboys.
I'm going to that game
in Jerry World.
Ooh, okay, so that's why. Too.
Hopefully,
I'm going Week 13 versus Jordan Love. With the way Jordan Love's looking out, it should be an entertaining game.
Oh, if I could see Kyler versus
and if Kyler's back, yeah.
I think he'll be back. He's looking good right now as far as rehab. But
as far as rehab,
I just hope he doesn't come back too fast. That's all I hope. But I mean, I appreciate everyone who stopped by. We had a lot of people come in today, so really appreciate it, guys. We'll be right back next Monday to talk about the Week 4 game.
Yeah, on the next week, and go Big Blue.
See y'all later. Have a good
Go
rest
Birds.